Beer review! Beer review! Hey guys, welcome to another episode of South African Craft Beer Tasting. Alright, we're still on the Joburg series. Had a little bit of a disappointing beer for the first of the Joburg series, but I'm positive we're going to get some good ones going over the next week or so. Up next, something I've been really excited to review, something by obviously a local Joburg brewer. It's the Warrior IIPA, and it's by Agar. They brew fantastic beer, and I'm going to be brutally honest and say I've never actually had the Warrior IPA. I've had their Tomahawk, and it is one of my favorite local beers. I've also had their Black Mamba Start. Look out on my channel for that. I've actually done a review of that already. You know, in my videos I always try to spice it up a little bit and add a little bit extra, you know, cut scenes or anything, something interesting just to spice up the review. But yeah, when it comes to the Warrior, I couldn't really think of much other than I'm thinking like Xena and Hercules and things like that, you know, really old TV shows, and of course that really big dude from 300.
This is Joburg!
Alright, okay, but yeah, let's get the beer into the glass, see what it looks like, see what it smells like, and then go ahead and taste it. Alright, there it is. It's looking good already. It's kind of hazy, guys. I don't know if you can see that on the camera there, but it's pretty hazy. I wouldn't be able to read anything through there, and yeah. I always say this in all my videos, but I think I have to say it for those of you guys that maybe don't know, but when a beer has a thick, tight-knit head like this, it often means the brewer has kept everything clean and everything's been done exceptionally in order to, you know, to maintain that head, and you can see it's not going anywhere. It's just not going anywhere at all. Alright, so let's jump into the smell there. Just as I poured it, I was getting these bursts of tropical fruit and things like that, but let's go ahead and get in there. Oh, fantastic. You know, a whole bunch of stone fruit, guava, apricot, all that kind of stuff right in your face. It's amazing. Very clean smelling, but with this huge bunch of hops. Just talk about the style before we taste it. Basically a DIPA or WIPA is, it's like an IPA but stronger. So this is sitting at 8%, so as you can tell it's a pretty strong beer. And that's right for the double IPA category. And not only that, but also in order to compensate for the extra malt that they're putting into, you know, to get a beer as big as this, they also have to add a whole lot more hops. So for people who love hops and love malt and just love big beers, a DIPA or a double IPA is the way you want to go. Fantastic beers for me because I really love flavor in my beers. But let's go ahead and taste it. Cheers, guys. Smells fantastic. Absolutely delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and take another sip, gather my thoughts a bit. Right, fantastic, guys. It's a really fantastic beer right off the cuff. In terms of being a big beer, I can feel that straight away. It's got a lot in there. Okay, you're not tasting that overtly strong alcohol sort of punch to the tongue, but it's there. You can tell it's there, and it's got malty sweetness. It's got a lot of character, guys. I have no idea. I haven't spoken to the brewer about what actually goes into this beer, but as you can tell, it's got a bunch of things in it, definitely in the way of color, of course. But I have chatted to the brewer once before about one of his other beers, and he mentioned, I think it was his Jack Tar, the ESB, the bitter. He had something like 6 malts in there or something. So I know that he likes to play around with malt complexity. Just bear in mind, guys, that the more malts you put in, yes, you can get complexity, but you can also ruin the beer if you're not exactly sure what you're doing or you haven't really tested your recipes well. And his beers are excellent. So he goes, it seems to me that he goes for this complex style beer, and he knows what he's doing, so he gets a good result. I'd say this is, I don't know about 6 malts, but this is definitely a complex malty character. And in terms of the hops, I'm getting that nice retro nasal tropical fruit again, exactly what you'd expect. And the levels are balanced in terms of bitter and everything. Let me give it another go. It's all there, guys. Body, lots of it, lots of body, lots of malt characteristics, that alcohol just right, and the hops to balance it. It's absolutely a fantastic beer. I think if you're trying to get someone into craft beer, you might go for something a little bit milder than this, maybe the Agar's Blonde, for example. But if you've got a friend that considers himself a hophead and someone who really enjoys interesting beer, then I'd say this Warrior is definitely the way to impress them. Once again, I'm super impressed by Agar's. Alright guys, in terms of rating, I'm going to go ahead and give this an easy 4 to a 4.5. That's top marks, guys, because I rate out of 5. So 4 to 4.5 means excellent beer. 100% did the trick for me. Yeah, something that I would highly recommend, obviously. If I'm rating around the 1 mark or something like that, I definitely don't recommend the beer. In this case, I highly recommend it. An easy 4 to 4.5, which is top marks. Go out and get yourself a couple of these. A nice second beer to go into the Joburg series that I'm doing at the moment. The first one, as I say, I was a bit disappointed about, but this one is really kick-ass. Really enjoying it, so I'm super proud to have that be part of the Joburg brewing scene. Guys, please subscribe if you haven't already, and do like and comment and all that kind of stuff if you ever want to ask questions. And only drink good beers this week, and cheers.